Majo John Madden on the beach in Boca del Rio, Veracruz, Mexico. I just went for a kayaking session and out on the water for 40 minutes or something, rocking. I got so peaceful and so happy I could barely stand up. And it affected my interactions. I was talking with an American Latino woman, grew up in the US but hails originally from Mexico, and her husband is from Veracruz here. And I had been talking with her before I went out because it's so great to talk to an English-speaking person, and she's fluent in both. And then when I got back, I talked to her some more, and then her husband came back. He had been kayaking also, and he was an awesome guy. And they agreed to do a 1-minute interview. It turned out to be a little more, just to talk about Veracruz and being Latino in the US, etc. And they did. And we had been talking about how good Mexicans are at taking people the way they are. And that's maybe the central thing I've learned about Mexicans, is they are awfully good at that. And I've gotten lots better at it. And I've been listening to an Ingrid Michaelson song, "You Take Me the Way I Am." I'll put a link to that. So neither of them is a show business person. They were a little shy about being interviewed, and I said, well, I'll just give you, questions like, how do you like Veracruz? And if you need another question, I'll give you another question. And so after sitting maybe 40 feet away from Carolina, I went up and stood next to them to interview them. And she said, "Can you make me beautiful?" And I said the truth, which was, I said, how can you improve in this? And what was true for me was that standing close to her, she was so pretty, I almost got my knees weak. And I meant it. And she said, well, can you make me look skinnier? And we've been talking about, you don't have to be skinny in Mexico to know you're sexy. Women of all sizes are hot and know they're hot. And when I said to her, you're just right, I meant that too. So every moment can be magic if you're not struggling against what's true in the moment, not struggling against what's happening, not struggling against the differences of the person you're with. And it's easier to do that in Mexico. Hernan, Carolina's husband, said, I actually prefer Chicagoland because I like the seasons, which was amazing to me because I don't like winter. I truly don't like winter. I did my best with winter in Chicago and then in Asheville in the Blue Ridge Mountains. But I like warm. I prefer sun. I prefer warm. I'm super happy in Veracruz. But God bless him. God bless him. He'd rather be in Chicago. I was shocked up and down the line because to me everything's better in Mexico. But not for everybody. Not for everybody. And praise God, I didn't want to criticize him. But I didn't. It's like, wow, isn't that awesome? You see it differently. Doesn't that make the world more interesting? And it sure does. Sure does. So signing off from Boca del Rio in an affluent neighborhood where I am not over criticizing the rich people in this neighborhood. I may never get over that. But there are some really good ones. I've met some of my best friends are rich. Yeah, okay.